I have a secret that I want to share with you. Several years ago, I'd say circa 1998 or thereabouts, I was, in fact, a fairly devout Dragon Ball Z fan. You know, back when all we had were the first saga and a half, dubbed on a shoestring and in syndication for 5 ever. In the years since then, I found new and, in my opinion, better things, while that Akira Toriyama style would spread like kudzu around the world. Rather stayed away from things since then, save for my randomly digging at particularly interesting bits like Go-Go Ackman. Today, I was handed Battle of Z, which sounds ridiculous, but plays like the kind of high-action madness that, well, if you've ever watched an episode of The Bleedin' Show, you'll know exactly what to expect. I guess this is my equivalent of Derek sitting here and playing through the Hulk vs. Andre the Giant fight in that latest wrestling game. I sit here and get to reenact the first fight against Raditz, Gohan's training with Piccolo, man, I can't believe I'm saying this in a public forum, facing off against Nappa and Vegeta, arriving on planet Namek. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. In the spirit of Dragon Ball Z Kai, a Herculean effort to retune the series, Battle of Z places you in those key battles to reenact the skirmishes of old via crazy-ass action and a surprisingly deep level of customization. Also, it gives you chances to rewrite history in situations where you just want to know what would have happened if the Z team were, say, set upon by full copies of Beefcake. Anything could happen, and probably will. Unfortunately, actually controlling these battles is, I'll be judicious and say, frustrating. The pacing is slightly better than watching 2 roided-out slab chunk beef wannabes grunt at each other for 20 minutes at a time, so it certainly beats the first run of the show. But its primary stumbling block is a camera system that doesn't seem capable of keeping up with the fast-paced punches, kicks, energy blasts, and assorted explosions. The actual battle mechanics consist mostly of zooming around, trying to close distance on a foe, and then swinging wildly to execute a melee combo, potentially knocking the opponent airborne and kicking off a series of high-intensity team attacks. Seems good in theory anyway, but the actual handling just isn't up to the task. The worst part about it is, aside from the rather dicey battle mechanics, there's a lot to like about this game. The actual models and battlefields are very true to the original series, and the music's appropriate to the action. Like the first thing you hear upon starting this thing is the old Chala Head Chala theme. The playable roster is freaking huge, with characters further divided into specializations like support, melee, ranged, etc. There are customizations aplenty in the form of cards and items. Basically, take the Heroes and Heralds mode from Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and ship it with the game. Special premium items are also available for purchase with premium points, which, for a change, don't require real money. Instead, you get a chance after some fights to lend your own energy to the world, which would have some effect if this cumulative tracker hadn't been pegged at just shy of 1 quadrillion every time I turned the game on. Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z had the right idea, it just kind of flubbed the execution. Dropped the spirit bomb, as it were. Shame, really.